and welcome to the Full-Thrive YouTube channel, where we believe that working with clients you like, doing work that you love on your own schedule, that is Full-Thrive. Today, in my Facebook group, we talked about narrowing down your niche on Upwork. Upwork is a crazy platform with hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of freelancers. If you want to stand out, be seen as an expert, save time, and raise your prices, you are not going to want to miss what I shared with this group, and it's coming up next. Five benefits of narrowing down your niche. And it's not all about money, okay? So these are the reasons I believe that you should be able to say, right, now is the time, this is my sign, I'm about to narrow things down. Clients will find you more easily. It will be super easy for you to communicate what you do on your marketing and your messaging and your proposals. You are going to save so much time. A bunch of you in the Facebook group are talking about not having enough time management, finding enough time. A lot of you are working parents. A lot of you go, man, I only have 20 hours a week. I could take more clients, but I don't have the time. I'm going to tell you, narrowing down your niche will make sure that you maximize your time. If that is not the number one reason, because ultimately time is money, right? So if you can maximize your time, you're going to get paid more per hour. You can still work 20 hours a week, but get paid more. Narrowing down your niche will help you to be seen as an expert. It will help you to instill that into your client. And ultimately, which everybody thinks they want to start with, which is you can charge more. Yes, when you are seen as an expert, when people quickly understand what you do, you can charge more. All right? But I think the first four are just as important as that last one. The benefits you will get from narrowing down will end up with more money for the projects or the work that you do, but you are also going to have confidence and clarity and ease and maximize your time. Which of these five you're like, whoa, that's what I want. I didn't know I was looking for that. That's the thing I need. I don't communicate very well. I stumble over my words. I say too much. I don't feel like clients can find me very well. I feel like I'm like lost in the blah of Upwork or of whatever platform I'm at. Right. Maximize time. Seen as an expert. Love it. Thank you guys for sharing. All right, let's get into these in a little bit more in depth. All right, so clients find you easily. Wouldn't we all like that? Clients find you easily. Here's the truth. Upwork is just a search platform, guys. Think of it as Google for freelancers, right? So I'm not a big one for SEO and Google word search, and like, you know, my website's not maximized to be on the front page of Google or whatever. Most of my work comes from Upwork or you know, referrals or whatever. But Upwork is a search platform. People literally type in keywords to look for you. Copywriter, right? There's category searches. I do website copywriting, or I do email marketing, or I do social media management. The category searches are super important. So are the keyword searches. Upwork is a supplement to Google searches. I've shared this with you in my last masterclass. I'll just share it again. When you type StoryBrand Copywriter into Google, I will appear on the front page of that search. Hello, I did nothing to do that except just work really hard. And my website doesn't come up first. Upwork comes up first. Lisa Coombs or Lisa C on Upwork. So by being super clear in your title and narrowing down what you do, you will be found easily. You will be found easier. Clients will be able to find you faster. When your title is super clear and specific about what you do, when people are scrolling on Upwork or any platform or Google or wherever through the different search choices, and they see what you do in less than 30 seconds, probably in a search, more like 3 to 5 seconds, they'll go, oh, I need that. That's what I need. That's what I'm looking for. If you keep it general, if you keep it broad, thinking that you're going to attract a bunch of people and then you can help people in different ways, I'm telling you, you are missing out. You're missing out. So understand that Upwork is a search platform. So is, again, clarify your message, Fiverr, LinkedIn. So you want to be super specific. The next reason, it's so much easier to communicate. So I'll tell you just this really quick. This is my own experience. For years, I positioned myself on Upwork as a brand strategist, copywriter, and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I did a whole bunch of things, right? And brand strategist, I was like, I don't even know what that is. And I got a lot of people going, can you help me with my logo? And I was like, no, why would, I'm like, oh, I said brand strategist. So even brand messaging, nobody is Googling for brand messaging. So I literally shed all that and I wrote copywriter, story brand certified copywriter. That was it. And would you believe, absolutely, I got more invitations, I got more hits, I got people to understand what I did. I was like, you know what? I just cut the fluff. I guess that's the best way. Cut the fluff. Just say what you do. I put words on websites. Now, your ego's going to be bruised. You're going to be like, yes, but Lisa, I do a whole lot more. You better believe I do a whole lot more than that. But if you're going to try to communicate quickly, communicate easily, and have people find you as the top line hook, you better keep it simple, and narrowing down is the best way to do that. So a simplified message, less words to communicate. I put words on websites. Okay, I need that. Great, let's work together. Your Upwork proposal or your Upwork profile has a simple description. I mean, you don't have to overcomplicate this. Figure out what you do, pick a lane, and say, this is what I do. So here we're on easier to communicate. Simplified messaging. So less words, simple descriptions. You know, if you have an Upwork profile and you have 3 different paragraphs, I do this, I do this, and I do this, right? You can't go deep on any one of them because you're trying to tell them all the things that you do. So when you only have one thing you do, then you can go in depth on that area. Well, guess what happens when you start talking in details and in depth? You are seen as an expert. You are seen as somebody that can really handle all the aspects of, what you're doing. Also, clients can understand quickly. They are not going to give you much time, whether, again, it's a Google search or in an Upwork search. They quickly have to scroll down, which is why when I teach you guys about Upwork, and I do this in my masterclass, I have an Upwork course, I'm very clear about how to create your profile that has bullet points, that makes it super simple for people to quickly scroll down and go, oh, they do what I need. Then they'll go back up and read your blah, blah, blah. But they're scanning super quick just to see if you do what they need. It's sad but true. It's true. You could be the best damn graphic designer out there. If you muddle your words, if you try to be cute and clever, if you try to say, but I also do this, and I also can help you host your podcast, and I also do voiceovers, and you're like, well, what do you do? What should I pick you for? So clear, straight to the point, this is what I do, is the one that wins. Upwork, you have 2 profiles you can use. Man, just if you have 2 different things you like to do, make a separate profile for it. I mean, it was the best solution on Upwork for them to do that. So absolutely use it. Don't confuse them on one main. Okay, let's talk about this one. You guys said maximize your time. This was a default benefit or bonus when I started to narrow down what I did. It creates an incredible amount of efficiency. Seriously. 1, it filters out people you shouldn't be talking to. When I changed and did website copywriting, people are like, oh, I don't think she does blogs anymore. I'm like, nope. Website copywriting, can you write a white paper for me? Nope. You're not going to see that anywhere on my thing, because copywriting can be all kinds, right? If I just said I'm a copywriter, it would mean like I could do, I don't know, all kinds of writing. I'm like, no, I do website copywriting, story brand website copywriting. I'm even more narrow. So it filtered out a lot of people that I didn't even want to have to email, get on discovery calls, blah, blah, blah. My discovery calls. This is super important. I promise I'll switch back. When you do multiple things, your discovery calls go like, so Jane, tell me what you need. And she's like, oh. And you're quickly going, okay, what is my little sales pitch for that thing? Or how do I combine? Okay, I do that, and then I can do that. And your discovery calls is every time you get on a call, hear me on this. Every time you get on a call, you're like, oh, I wonder what they're going to ask me. I wonder what I'm going to say. Like, there's a little nervousness. It's like, okay, how am I going to respond to it? If they need this, and I'll do this. And if they do this, I'll do this. And when you do one thing, you have one discovery call. I say the same darn thing every single time, you guys, every single time, because I pretty much just do one thing. I'm telling you, your discovery calls will become much smoother. Your proposals. I have one proposal and I tweak just 2 or 3 things in each one. One about who that client is and the problem they're solving. I make sure the pricing's right. The packages are tight. One proposal. I am not overcomplicating it. And when you have a narrowed down niche and you create a signature process around that or a repeatable process around that, you better believe you're going to be able to work faster, more efficient. I'll tell you the things that take the most amount of time in my world are the stupid little fringe projects I take on because somebody asked me to. They threw money and they said, could you write us like a social media ad over here? And I'm like, yeah, of course I can do that. You're my client. Okay, fine. I don't have a process for it. I go over here and all of a sudden I have this energy and I have to figure out how to do it. I'm like, okay, go this. I could have literally done our normal project in about the same amount of time as I spent trying to figure out how to do this thing sitting over here, which of course you never get paid as much for. It's the clients that go, oh, could you just, guys, as soon as you hear somebody say, could I just go, oh, red flag, red flag, red flag. There is never a just. Oh, could you just? So you're looking for a repeatable process, one for yourself, or if you have a team that you can start bringing people into and offloading some of your work. When you narrow down your niche, you can create a process that's repeatable, that makes it faster for you to deliver work, or gives you the ability to bring on a team. Can you see the benefits now? All right? You're seen as an expert. When you pick a lane and you plant your flag and you say, I own this. This is my space. I do this, right? At first, it feels like you're dismissing and leaving out and limiting, but you are going to go deeper, faster. You're going to build an incredibly strong portfolio quickly. So one after another, every client I have is a story brand website wireframe, story brand website copy, story brand website copy. Guess what? When somebody's looking for a story brand copywriter, you better believe they're like, oh my God, that's all she does. She must be really good at it. Okay? My discovery calls are easy. Oh yeah, we've done over 225 of these projects. Same exact process every time, because that's all we do, right? So my discovery calls are super easy. I know you guys are looking for help on a process. I'm putting together some teaching on what it means to have a process. When you have a process that you create, it means that you get to tell the client what they need. You get to tell the client how this is going to go. Very different than a client saying, I need this, can you do it? And you're like, yes. You're going to say, I see what you need. Let me tell you how it's going to go. Right? It is the huge difference between a client running you around and you running the project. And here's some hard truth. The only reason a client will run you around is not because they're a jerk, not because they're demanding or overbearing, because you did not step into the leadership role of a guide. You did not clearly communicate a plan or a process and invite them to step into it. This is hard to hear. But if you're struggling with delivering client work and scope creep and it's taking too long and one, good news, you can fix this. 2, bad news, it's your fault. But 3, good news, you can fix this. 100%. You are in charge of how your business runs. If you will think about it differently, you will be able to create communication, processes, systems, manage expectations, and your clients, I promise you, will love you for it. Clients love to work with people who know what they're doing and how it's going to go. Hands up if that was helpful. There is hope. Not all clients are jerks. Not all clients don't know what they want. La, 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 la. It is not the client's fault. Okay? You train the client on how they should treat you. What's that old saying? You tolerate what you allow. Hard truth. Hard to hear as a parent. Hard to hear as a spouse. Okay, anyway, enough about that. When you're seen as an expert, you create a signature process, and that elevates your brand, allows you to charge more. Creating a process is just, I think, crucial for everything we're doing when it comes to, but you cannot create a process if you do all the things. You're going to be creating too many processes. That's why narrow down, create a signature process, raise your rates. There you go. TED Talk over. All right. Experts get paid more. Hell yes. Okay. So when you narrow your niche, it allows you to develop your expertise. They pay for experience. They don't want to see that you do a little bit of this and a little bit of this and a little bit of this and a little bit of this. Unfortunately, jack of all trades is not really great unless you are a project manager or a virtual assistant, which is awesome. In that case, it's very different. But people pay for experience. Your portfolio can sell you without you even having to get on a discovery call. You know how I think about discovery calls, never skip them? But you better believe when the time somebody gets on a call with me, they are sold. They are just kind of like, okay, tell me how much it's going to be. Because my portfolio sells itself. Super powerful testimonials that all say the same damn thing because I only do one thing. Right? And when you are an expert in the thing that you do, there is less competition. Right? There is less competition. I'm not saying there's no competition, but I'm saying there's less competition. Right? So you can charge more for that. Hey guys, I hope you found that valuable. Are you looking for more information about freelancing? How to find clients you like, do work that you love on your own schedule? We've got a ton of videos, and if you subscribe, you will always know when the next video drops. We also have a Facebook group called the Full-Thrive Freelancers. We have great discussions over there, Q&A, and masterclasses that you don't want to miss. So if you want to get into a community, check us out there.